Good morning, my notary buddies. It is LaDarrell Wharf here with the Notary Know-How Georgia, where I will be taking you guys on my journey as a mobile notary in the state of Georgia. Also on this channel, I will be sharing some of the businesses that are adjacent to my mobile notary business, such as apostille facilitation, field inspections, and maybe I'll sprinkle in some of my wedding officiant business and services. And also, you know what? I love to share some real life stuff because I don't think there's enough of that shared on our social media platforms today. So it is Monday morning, 9 a.m. on the dot, and I am in my car headed over to Atlanta. Why am I headed to Atlanta? Because today we have an apostille, or technically it's an authentication that we need to go and work on. So in the last little bit, I caught you guys up. Remember, I separated the videos, but I just give you guys a little daily what's going on. And the last one we talked about getting these apostilles facilitated, also getting authentications facilitated as well. So that's why I'm headed over to Atlanta to the Secretary of State to do this morning. I have 5 forms that I was given on Friday by one of my clients. I already got them authenticated on the county level. Now I need to go take it to get done on the state level. So then next I will send it over to Virginia to get done by the Department of State, I guess on the country level, if you will. So that's what I have for this morning. So I thought I was dancing around traffic, but I guess either way it goes, it's gonna take me 49 minutes from this point to get to the Secretary of State building. And I will just sit down in my computer when I get back home and I'll show you guys all the little fine details that goes into this. But just as a quick overview, I'm just heading out there. I have the 5 documents in hand. For our Secretary of State, if you're showing up in person, you do have the ability to pay by debit or credit card, but if not, you have to do a check or a money order. So those are your 3 payment options. You can do check or money order, or if you show up in person, you can have the option of doing credit card. So I'm just gonna do that because I don't want to go to the bank. Maybe there's gonna be an extra processing fee. So I think, excuse me, I think they were trying to charge like 3% or something like that. I don't remember. I saw a notice go out, but I don't remember it. So that'll be fine because if I have to go over to the bank and then go over to here, it's gonna cause me some extra time and delay because I have I think it's an 11 o'clock or I have an 11:30 hard deadline. I have to be back home, but I also believe I have an 11 o'clock appointment as well. It's just my neighbor. It is just my neighbor. So speaking on that line, I did share with you guys about putting roadside signs out, or some people know them as bandit signs, marketing signs. Again, I did it in the entrance of my neighborhood only. And because again, I can go and pick them up. I did go through and read the full requirements to do signs and all that kind of stuff. So the places I put them, I'm pretty sure I will be okay. I just need to go and remove them within 10 calendar days. And also, if I want to put more up, I can get legal. I mean, technically, I should get authorization from the schools to have my signs up there. But worst case scenario, they call me, I'll go and remove it, right? Because you will get a warning, all that kind of stuff. I will go and remove them. I am 100% okay with that. I'm not afraid of some friction because if you ain't getting friction, you ain't growing. Let's call it what it is, right? So anyway, from that sign, I have gotten, I think, I need to check. I don't want to lie to you guys, but I think I'm at like call number 5, maybe number 6. And the most recent call / text was from my neighbor. Literally, not somebody in the neighborhood, the person right next to me. I've had signs on I had like my magnets on my car forever, since I pretty much started as a notary. And they see it every day because of like how our parking situations are. They clearly see my car every day. They see the magnets every day. And they, for whatever reason, they're like still going other places to get their notarizations done. But as soon as I put those little signs out in the beginning of the neighborhood, because again, in my neighborhood, there's only one way in and one way out. So you will see my sign going in and you will see it coming out. And so after a day of it being up or so, maybe 2 days, I got a text. Well, actually, she just came over to the house and I wasn't there. And so my spouse answered the door because she caught him actually arriving home. He's like, yeah, just go ahead, because he was driving the car. He's like, yep, just go ahead and text the phone number on the side of the car and we'll get you taken care of. And she was like, okay, cool. And of course she mentioned seeing my signs, and that triggered her a reminder that, hey, we need stuff notarized, and our neighbor's a notary. Why do we leave constantly to get things notarized? And so I was like, yeah, why do you leave constantly to get things notarized? You can just call me and I can get there in like 32 seconds walking across the yard. Right? So anyway, I have her at 11 or 11:30, I don't remember, but again, it's just a neighbor. And I'll get her taken care of and all this kind of stuff. And you guys, I decided, to be 100% honest with you, I decided not to charge her because like when people are that close, like neighbors, so I've done stuff right down the street, I've done stuff right around the corner, depending on what it is, I still charge them, you know, 25, 50 bucks if it's something, you know, big and complicated or something like that. But most of the time I charge my neighbors 10 to 15, especially if they're on the same street that I live on. And these guys, I decided to do it for free for them. Well, I'm deciding to do it for free for them because they always keep an eye on my dogs, because my dogs are trained to not leave our yard, right? And so we just open the front door and my dogs just run out and they hang out in our yard, sunbathe all day, lay in the shade, and they just nap all day. And the neighbors always keep an eye on them. And they have a dog as well, and so they'll let their dog out and he just runs right over to our dogs and plays. Again, a little bit random, that's weird life stuff, right? A little bit of additional information. This is real life stuff, I should say. And our dogs are, the small dog is like 35 pounds and the big dog, she's almost 100. And their dog is maybe 7 pounds soaking wet. He's a tiny little chihuahua, but he loves playing with my almost 100-pound dog. And so they always love watching them play. So anyway, long story short, I'm giving them a free notarization. One, because it's neighborly, you know, they're my neighbors and they keep an eye on my dogs. And two, every single month I do give a notarization out for free. And so I'll just go ahead and have them, I'll use that free one on them. And also they always tell their friends. I'm going to get a review. There's 4 people that are signing, and I'm going to ask all 4 of them to leave me a review, so I can get 4 extra reviews. Apart from that was a long story, sorry guys, but apart from that, what else do I have going on today? I don't think I have any other appointments. I have invoices that I need to follow up on, because that's, let's see, about 400, it's like $380, $385 that was due on Thursday or Friday, and I still haven't seen it. So I'm going to follow up on those invoices because your boy got bills to pay. Because over the weekend, just yesterday alone, I got caught up on most of my bills and got everything paid, and that was like right over 500 bucks. And so I need to replenish that account because I have other bills that are going to be coming out next week. Because I got everything paid for this week, so nothing else is going to come out this week. So everything's going to start coming out next week, and so I need to get that money back in that account. So I need to follow up on those invoices. Apart from that, I'm just going to be working on more apostille stuff, because I have a few other states that I need to send out because I didn't get to it on Friday. So I'll take you guys on that journey with me. We'll be reading up on what is required. And look, I'm about to hit some traffic, so I'm about to get off this phone because I'm about to get on the actual freeway, heading to Atlanta, and these people are crazy. But I'll take you guys on the rest of the journey with me. When I get back, I sit down at my desk and we'll do a walkthrough of exactly what steps I am taking now, and also what steps I will be taking later today, because I want you guys to see that and experience it with me. So I will chat with you later. Bye, my notary buddies. All right, notary buddies, let's go ahead and do a quick update. It is currently 11:06, and I am leaving an appointment because guess what? I left my wallet at home, and so I made it all the way to the Secretary of State, and I was getting ready to pay for parking, and no wallet. So I drove, and of course with traffic, it was longer than 49 minutes. So essentially I set an hour's worth of traffic driving to Atlanta to get this authentication done, and I couldn't. So that's awesome. So I just hopped. I immediately, after I realized I didn't have my wallet, I verified, parking garage could take Apple Pay, which was fine. However, the Secretary of State does not take cash, and all I had was on me was like cash in my notary bag, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to get another debit card to my account and just throw it in my bag or something. I don't know. It was my own fault. I shouldn't have left my wallet. But now on the way back, I got a call from a repeat client of mine who needed to get a document notarized. And normally she comes to my office, but since I closed the office, she was like, hey, when can I come over? I was like, you know what? I don't have the office anymore. And she lives a little bit further out. I mean, it's not that far. It's in Duluth, probably 25 minutes. And I told her, like, hey, just so you're aware, my price to come over there, because they're outside of the Lawrenceville city limits, it is a little bit more. And she was like, oh, you know what? And, again, she was like, that's a little bit high for just 2 pages that needs to be notarized. And I was like, you know what? I 100% understand. And she's like, can I just meet you halfway or something? And I was like, yeah, there's a coffee shop downtown Lawrenceville if you want to do that. But then I remembered, because I was on the freeway coming home, right? And I was like, you know what? Just text me your address really quickly and I'll see how far you are from me right now. And then we'll work something out. She sent me the address and I was 9 minutes away. All I had to do was get off on the exit that was coming up, and she lives right off of the exit. So it wasn't terrible. So I was 9 minutes away, and I told her that, and I was like, hey, I'll be there for 9 minutes. And because you are one of my favorites, which, everybody's my favorite, I told her, hey, since you're one of my favorites, we'll just do the in-office rate. So I hopped over and hopped off the freeway, got her notarized, and now I'm on my way. It took a little bit of time just because her printer wasn't working, so I helped her troubleshoot her printer so we can get the documents printed and notarized. It took me like 3 minutes to notarize everything because while we were troubleshooting and it was on her computer, I just had her type all the information in instead of handwriting everything. I had her type all her info in. She printed out, she signed it, I signed it, notarized, and I was out the door. Now, I did let my neighbor know that I was going to be a little bit late because I'm about 15 minutes from the house. So I told her, hey, I'll be there about 11:15. And she's like, that's perfect. I'm just making it home anyway. So get time for them to get inside and get their documents printed out. And then I'll go over and notarize that for her or for them as well. Yeah. And I guess I will still show you guys the authentication process on the computer, like all the documents and everything that I'll just prep for the out-of-state stuff, because I still need to go over to get cashier's checks or business checks. I need to double check and make sure which one the states will accept, the Secretary of States and the other states. I'll do that. And I'm trying to remember, should I turn here to get home faster or just go to the next one? Well, there's a Bank of America right there. I could stop in. The check is in the truck. My wallet's in the truck, and my checks are in the truck. Dang it. This is what happens when you have 2 different vehicles you drive. I leave stuff. I forget to grab everything. Because I definitely need to deposit those checks because it's getting up on that 90-day mark, and I don't want them to be voided. But anyway, so yeah, I'll take you guys on my computer, and we'll walk through that process together. So I will see you later today, and we'll go from there. Bye, ya. Hey, notary buddies. It is the end of the night. Sorry, it is like 11 o'clock. And I just made it home from work. And I just need to do a quick recap of the day to finish it out, because I don't think I finished with you guys. So today did not work out as planned. I had a few appointments and all that kind of stuff. And I got all my notary appointments done, which was awesome because my phone's ringing again. It is ringing. I'm trying a few different things on marketing. I shared one of them with you, but I'll share the other stuff after I get a more decent feedback loop on it to see if it's actually working or if it's just like random chance that people are needing notaries more at this very moment. But yeah, today after I finished my 2 notary appointments, I tried to do more work on the apostille, or in the authentication, I should say, and things just did not pan out. I had to go get a few documents printed in color because, us notaries, we only got those black and white printers. And I do have a color printer, just out of ink and also packed away because we're moving, right? And so locations I went to, the printers were not working at multiple spots, and then there's troubleshooting and all this kind of stuff. It was just a pain. So it took with driving and trying to troubleshoot and all the kind of stuff, it took like an hour to get all the copies I needed. I should have just hopped over to a different UPS store and done it, or FedEx or something. But the problem is I would have paid like 35, 40 bucks just for prints, like color copies, where the other place I went to, it was like less than 10 bucks. So that was just a pain trying to figure out and find a place that actually did it. And because there, whatever the reason was, people's systems were having issues today. But anyway, apart from that, I went to the bank. I got some cashier's checks so I can send with the authentications. And I did not I ran out of time before I made it over to the UPS store. So I was going to send everything post office, but I'm going to just do a UPS at this point. Just because one of the locations I have to send it to will not do a return via FedEx. And I would prefer to send to FedEx, but they will not return via FedEx. It's all these weird little caveats that you have to pay attention to. So I'm just going to send everything via UPS versus splitting it up, USPS, UPS, and FedEx. I'm just going to send it all UPS. And so I will do that tomorrow, so I can get things going for the out of state. That bug flew in my face. But anyway, it is dark. There's a bug that flew in my truck because there's little lights on. But yeah, that's it. I am tired, you guys. I have an early morning. My first appointment tomorrow morning is 7:30 or 7:45. 7:45, I believe we set it for. Then I have 8:30. Then I have a 10. And then I have an 11, I believe. Or 12. Anyway, we'll figure that out as it comes later. The only thing I know is I have that 7:45 I need to be up and out of the door for on time. So I will chat with you guys later. Bye. Look at my neighbor just made it home. Bye.